We welcome you back into 12th Man Productions for another episode of Higgins Hindsights. I'm Lexi Turnbow, and today I'm joined by the head men's golf coach, JT Higgins, and junior golfer, Cam Champ. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
So, Coach, the team just got back from the OFCC Fighting Illini Invitational. What strengths did they show?
Man, I thought we did a fantastic job for the most part. Olympia Fields is a championship venue, hosted U.S. Open, PGA Championships. The U.S. Amateur was there 2 years ago. It is as difficult a test to golf as we'll play all year. I thought our composure was really good. The golf course stuck to our game plan fantastically and really played solid golf for 15 holes every day. We did not finish well in any of the 3 rounds other than Cam. Cam played great coming down the stretch, played great the whole week, but really good on his finishing holes. And the rest of the team really struggled on those 3. Now, they're the toughest holes on the golf course, but we played them worse than most of the other teams did. So we need to get better at that. We need to finish our rounds off, and it'll give us a chance to win because we played poorly on those finishing holes and still held our own against some of the best teams in the country. So I think we gained a lot of confidence, and I think the guys are learning that they're really talented and they can compete. So we're excited about it.
You mentioned working on finishing. So the team went into the final round on Sunday sitting at 2nd, and then they ended up 3rd out of 15. Not bad, not bad at all.
Yeah.
What do you want to work on in order so they will be able to finish?
Well, we have to keep putting ourselves in that position. So we did the same thing up in New York the week before. I think we're going to get more and more comfortable in there, and it starts at home. You know, so we're trying to emphasize it at home. The last 3 holes, you know, that's going to be your best 3 holes. And right now it's not, but you know, we're a long way from May. So we're trying to turn the pressure up now on those holes at home and put something on it. You know, we run laps for finishing poorly at 6 in the morning, so I know the guys don't enjoy that part of it. But at the same time, it's just bringing attention to it, and we're going to get more and more comfortable with it. And right now, it's a little bit of a burden on them. And we're trying to turn it into where they embrace it and they look forward to those holes. You know, if we can play those holes well, we're going to have a great season.
Your roster is comprised of 12 outstanding golfers, and you obviously can't take every player every tournament. So what process do you go through throughout the weeks in order to determine who goes?
So we qualify for every tournament. So it's basically a team tournament before we go to the tournament. Ours is very consistent. It's the same every time. We play for 2 spots. If you finish 1st or 2nd in the qualifier, then you're going on the trip. And then the coaching staff picks the other 3, and we get together and discuss who the 3 best players are for that particular course or where we're going. Maybe guys had success in the past there, or that we think they're playing really well and they're ready to go on the road. Fortunately, this guy right here, he's dominated qualifying so far this year. He's about, I don't know, what are you, 20 under so far in qualifier? He won the first one by 11 shots and the second one by 10 shots. And that's great for us. When our best players win, that gives us a chance to take the guys that we think can help the most. So it's really good. It gets us in a tournament mindset before we go on the road. And, you know, it's good to be playing. The other great thing for us is that where we're at, we get to play some great golf courses. So, you know, yesterday we played Miramont. We're playing Blue Jack National tomorrow. We're playing Whispering Pines on Sunday. Those are 3 of the best courses in the state of Texas. And then we get our home course Traditions all the time, which is another great course. But we've played, you know, down in the Woodlands at Carlton Woods. We played at Champions before. We've gone to Austin and played some courses. We've been really fortunate that we get to play some great golf courses on our qualifying.
Well, we've already talked about how awesome this guy is. So, Cam, this wasn't your first time at the Fighting Illini Invitational. 2 years ago, as a freshman, you actually had to pull out of the tournament because of an injury.
Yes.
So how did it feel going in there and taking 1st place?
It felt great. You know, I have a lot of good memories there even before coming here to A&M. So just to be able to do that, you know, for my freshman year was kind of a bummer getting hurt. And then, you know, coming back my sophomore year and just wasn't really healthy at all. Just kind of tried to figure it out, see if I could play, and just wasn't my full self. Couldn't hit the shots I wanted to. So this week it was kind of a relief to be able to just be fully healthy for once and to hit the shots I want on that course, because that course for my game fits it very well in all aspects if I'm hitting them off the tee and whatnot. So, and I did that for the most part. Didn't make many mistakes, and it just kind of helped me out throughout the week and was able to finish it off. So it was great.
Your grandfather got you started in golf when you were just over a year old, and I know he was with you this past weekend. What did he have to say about your win?
Well, he wasn't even going to come. Actually, my dad had to talk him into coming. His health's not doing too well, so he's all worried about it. But yeah, he came last minute, and for me to be able to do that with him for my first college win was pretty awesome. He was kind of just shocked the whole time, taking pictures, and didn't really know what to say. So it was pretty cool to see.
Looking ahead, the team is going to the Golf Week Conference Challenge next weekend. What are you hoping to see? How do you think your players will handle that course?
Well, I've talked to Cam about it a little bit, and Caven won the week before, so that's pretty cool to have 2 winners in 2 weeks. We just don't want to be a victim of our own success. Where you start raising the expectations so high that every bad shot just feels like a burden, and that you can't that you can't function and compete. So we want to stick to the things that got us here. We're working hard. We've got great game plan. We think we have a great strategy. None of us have ever been to the golf course before, so this will be a new one for us. But we do a great job in the practice rounds and developing a strategy on how we want to attack it, and we're looking forward to it. I think it's another great opportunity for us to win. I expect us to be in position going into the final round and to have a great opportunity. So that's really all we ever try to do, is be within. If you're within 10 shots going into the final round, and if you're in the final group, then you should have a great chance to win the golf tournament.
Well, thank you both so much for your time. Congrats on your win again, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks, Lexi.